Hello, Gerard Byrne from Volunteering North Queensland. Welcome to the segment on Management Committee Essentials. Management committees are vital to all our community groups, as you know. And what I'd like to speak to you about today is what you need to think about when we talk about governance. Without good governance, your management committee won't be able to provide the services and the outcomes that your members and the community and your stakeholders want. So what is governance? There's many definitions out there, textbook definitions and legal definitions about governance. Simply put, governance is how you run your organisation. What are all the good practices and principles that you apply to ensure that you do the business of the organisation, keep your members happy and meet the community expectations. So it's really quite a simple concept. But what does it involve? First and foremost, you must have good leadership. You must have somebody in your chair's position or president's position who really has a good understanding of not only your organisation but some of its obligations. This person can have come from a variety of backgrounds, and there's no one particular background that is ideal, but they must have that vision and they must also understand obligations that any organisation must meet. Beyond leadership, you need to have a good committee structure. You need to have a group of committee members who come from different backgrounds and have different skills. If possible, have somebody with some financial skills, people with marketing or media skills, people who understand what it's like and what is required to work well in the broader community. People with financial skills will help you ensure that your financial records are kept in order. This is apart from the treasurer. The treasurer, likewise, is your principal financial person, but it helps to have somebody else on the committee or other people who have good understanding of financial requirements. What you need to look at after that then is having some good policies and procedures. What I use when I look at setting up an organisation or working with an organisation is a series of booklets put out by our community, an Australian-based organisation that provides best practice in community management. And they've got a book here about how to grow your organisation. The booklet has a whole host of ideas, checklists and forms that you can follow, so you can develop policies and procedures from that. The website likewise has some very good references that you can use and download. Policies and procedures. What comes after policies and procedures? A good plan, a good annual plan. There's much comment about strategic plans, and if possible, if your organisation is of a reasonable size, a strategic plan helps you to look well into the future. For many organisations though, the level of planning will depend on your resources. So if you're looking at a strategic plan, you may need to get some volunteers from outside your organisation, from your local council or others to help you put together that plan. Of a more practical nature is a business or operational plan. My experience is that you really need to have a firm idea in the next 12 months what you want to achieve. From a governance point of view, what does the business plan involve? First and foremost, it needs to articulate what your organisation is attempting, some of your goals, your finances, your marketing, if you've got computer facilities, your computer strategies, and your calendar of events. So a simple document, but it needs to have those key elements. Marketing. You may wonder what governance has to do with marketing. Marketing is very important, not only in promoting your organisation, but also in using marketing to inform your stakeholders, your members, that you are meeting your requirements and obligations. Annual reports are a very good point to use for that. Annual reports contain your financial statements and a list of, or should, a list of your achievements for the year. For many annual reports, this is not there, it's just very poorly informed. Most people focus on the financial reports without giving a good overview of the organisation for the year, listing things such as your committee members and profiles on them and their background, just confirming and highlighting how they meet the standards and requirements for a good board. In summary, governance is not a difficult concept. Governance is very simply the best way of doing things. It's all about having an attitude and an approach to how you run your organisation. It's about having a good leadership, not only with your chair, but also with the other members of your committee or subcommittees, event organisers. It's all about wanting each time you undertake an activity to do it to the best of your ability. It means having in place some practices to ensure that your financials are well managed, but also that you're clear on what your outcomes are. And last but not least, governance is all about reporting throughout the year and at the end of the year in your annual report about how well your organisation has performed and how it has met your members' requirements and your stakeholder needs. I encourage you to really focus on developing a strong culture of governance and develop your organisation for the future.